a special Protoss versus Protoss. Now, I'm not sure if he's part of a team at this point, but he transitioned to Stormgate, and now we know who we are talking about. It's PartinG. And his opponent, for Twisted Minds, our blue Protoss. It is Classic. So, PartinG has returned, at least for one tournament, I suppose. I know he's been streaming. The first stream when he came back, and he streamed Starcraft, it was quite amazing, honestly. There was a lot of people, and he was like, just responding to the chat and doing weird stuff. He was like, I think he was Diamond or something, because he started like a new account or something like that. So yeah, but he's back in KSL as well. I suppose we're going to see him every now and then. So yeah, I'm quite curious. What we're going to see. Obviously, we know that PartinG is not a standard player. I mean, I think we can agree on that one for now, at least. I don't see any proxy shenanigans, but obviously we have at least 2, if not 3 games. So basically, you have all the time to actually see if there's gonna be any awkward shenanigans or any weird stuff. Anything that is vintage PartinG, basically. And Classic is taking a lot of damage onto this probe. On the other side, PartinG takes a lot of damage as well, so both players are trying to harass somewhat. Now, there's a bit of a difference here, as Classic opted for the Adept, as PartinG opted for Stalker. Okay, let's see if Classic will drop a pylon. Doesn't look like it. Oh, he was thinking about it. He sees a double Stalker opener. And we have Stalkers 3 and 4 coming up, as well as Sentry is going to be the follow-up for Classic. So the Adepts will keep the pressure up. Look at those beautiful shades. They're literally just lifting it. They're not running. That is quite nice. So basically, we have a bit of vision here on the side of PartinG. Let's see if it's going to... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say like, oh, maybe there's no probe over there. But it's actually not going to be the case. Obviously, PartinG is ready. I mean, if he would die to 2 Adepts early on, then yeah, it would be quite painful. Now, PartinG started his Nexus. Classic is going for a Robo. And he's going to lose 1 Sentry. That is going to be painful. Obviously, the Sentry follow-up is not going to be quite nice. Oh, he might just lose another Stalker as well. Oh, he's not going to. Maybe. Oh, that is actually beautiful force fields on the side of Classic, but he might lose the 2nd Sentry. The 2nd Sentry goes down, and this is actually quite a chaotic fiesta over here coming up from PartinG and Classic as well. Adapting to Sentry did not pay off, as PartinG went for 4 Stalkers, and obviously that's going to be quite difficult to defend. You will have the force fields and you will have the scouting after that, but other than that, it's really weak in terms of DPS. PartinG Sentry is going to go home, most likely. The probe might just go in the place of pylon somewhere. Oh, okay. I kind of like this. In the meantime, Classic has an Immortal out. PartinG's Nexus will finish and Blink has started. We're gonna have 2 more Sentries. Okay, this is turning from bad to worse for PartinG, as he overstayed and even let these Adepts in. And that's gonna be a Sentry potentially. Is that going to be... Oh, Classic with a bit of misplay over here. Okay, the Adept goes down and the Sentry just lives barely on a sliver of HP. But this is gonna be mighty tough here for Classic, for PartinG, sorry, as the Prism is going out as well. And we have a gateway in the corner of this line third. I wonder what we're going to see other than this from our boy PartinG. PartinG, the big boy. Drops the sentries and the immortals. Beautifully done here by PartinG. It's gonna, sorry, from Classic. Why am I mixing these two players? Anyways, Gateway is going to be on power. Oh, that's a sandwich over there. Beautifully microing Classic. Just basically giving PartinG his own medicine that he usually does. Battery overcharge needs to be popped, and let's see if he can snipe the Prism. Oh, one more shot will be required, but it's not going to be the case. Blink is not yet finished on the side of PartinG, and Classic is actually in a great position so far. Let's see the micro with the Prism. Okay, but now Blink is actually done, and he can snipe. Oh, he's gonna lose the Immortal, and now PartinG will stabilize. PartinG still up workers after losing 4. Up 31, 33 to 25. Classic is chrono boosting workers out like a madman. Getting another Prism. Potentially gonna try and go one more time. But yeah, these are beautiful. Okay, now PartinG will jump onto this Immortal. There's no battery done yet. Prism is getting sniped, and there's a GG coming out from Classic. My god, this was an epic game number 1, fully action-packed, just like we love PartinG's games. Alright, game number 2 from this best of 3 Protoss versus Protoss. PartinG, the top left side of Oceanborn. Classic for Twisted Minds in the bottom right side. Now Classic had a very unlucky situation as he lost his Immortal, the first one, with the Prism, and he lost the Prism with the second Immortal in it, the second Prism with the second Immortal in it, as he tried to micro. And I don't think I think that GG also resembled somewhat of a... I don't want to say mental breakdown, because obviously these pro players don't break down into tears or something, but it's like, you know, fuck it, I'm out of here. that was crazy, honestly. That was extremely unlucky for Classic. Both players opted to go for a Gateway Scout, not a double Gate Scout. But both players will play the two gate opener, so nothing too difficult to deduct over there. Obviously the second pylon, being at home or not, will decide what we're going to see. And obviously players can count the probes as well, just to be sure that all the probes are where they need to be at home, besides that one scouting probe. Both players on 22 workers as expected. Second pylon will come up. Now obviously this is what you want to do in PvP. Just be as annoying with that probe as possible, but try to harass, then just go for whatever you can actually. Like, just harass minerals, scout around, see if the other Protoss is honest or not. A lot of good things. Adapt once again, and Stalker Sentry for PartinG. Now the Stalker Sentry is going to be quite safe, but obviously it's going to be a bit riskier to move out on the map. Second Sentry is queued up, so I believe it's going to be a second Stalker as well. Never mind, it's going to be 2 Stalkers. So PartinG just plays it a bit safer. I think he spotted the Adept, so he knows that he needs the probe in the wall. It's basically keeping this probe on the map. Stalker will move forward. Okay, beautifully done there. Shield battery will be placed into the wall. He needs to cancel the shade, but at this point this is free damage onto those adepts, so there's gonna be 2 Stalkers in the meantime. Oh, and there's the third and the fourth adept as well. Now 4 adepts will comfortably destroy a Stalker, unless 2 other Stalkers show up. Now the tables turn again. Okay, he's gonna try to go for that one Bruce Stalker, I believe. Okay, PartinG. Oh, he snipes his own Stalker. Oh no, PartinG with a misclick over there. And this could turn him from bad to worse, honestly, as he has no extra units on the way. He's gonna warp in 2 more Stalkers, and maybe one Adept is going to go down. Is not going to be the case, and now Classic is gonna try to move in. Okay, let's see. Oh, he needs to target down that Bruised Adept. Nicely done there by PartinG. Okay, now more Adepts actually show up, and this is crazy. That's 5 Adepts on the map still. More Adepts are coming in, and this is looking like pretty much the same as the follow-up is going to be another Robo. Now, this is obviously different, because now PartinG is on the defense. Okay, he's gonna cancel the shield battery most likely. There we go. And he finally can actually start mining from his natural. Now PartinG is actually down in workers, which is obviously not great. Classic will try to just get a couple more Adepts. Still 5 Adepts on the map. Now, how do 5 Adepts fare against 5 Stalkers and 2 Sentries? Not great. But obviously, if he could just get into the base. Beautiful done there by PartinG once again. Okay, but he's gonna go after the Sentries, and that is really, really important. And now he's gonna try to go for a couple of probes. Beautiful warp in block there by PartinG. He's going to snipe a couple more Adepts, and the probe micro is actually brilliant over there. Okay, he's not going to get even that one single probe, as the Shade has to finish if he wants more scouting or anything like that. We have more Adepts on the way. Like, I'm not exactly sure if this is what you want to do. Second Immortal on the way, as well as a Forge. Now, this is an interesting style played by Classic with no Twilight. But that means he's gonna have to get a Twilight, obviously, if he wants more than +2. But at this point, Classic is just donating. He's donated 10 Adepts. Now, obviously, PartinG lost to, 2 Sentries, which is not ideal, obviously. And he's going to lose 2 more probes before... Well, actually, he's not even going to kill that. But this is a crazy game. Look at this units lost tab. 4 probes, 2 Stalkers, 2 Sentries versus 10 Adepts and a Pylon. I am not an expert, but I think PartinG is ahead. At least by a tad bit. Now finally we have +1 and the Twilight Council, as well as the Prism. But PartinG has Blink. We saw what happened last game. I mean, Classic is like, okay, never mind. We're not going to risk it once again, but there's a Prism. Oh my goodness, if Classic loses the Prism with 2 Immortals in it, I am going to rage. I will be the one raging. Adepts are actually moving in. PartinG lets them in. PartinG lets them in. Okay, that's gonna be 1 Stalker, 2 Stalkers, 3 Stalkers to defend. It's gonna be 3 probes so far. Now the Blink has been shown. Obviously, this is quite expected from PartinG, but the third base is actually on the way for both players. Classics is going to be significantly later. 5 more probes have went down for PartinG, and Classic is 5 workers ahead. And he has like 13 extra supply, so obviously those Immortals are going to be very, very scary. 3 Immortals, 5 Stalkers are actually very scary here. Now, you can be forced to Blink with a couple of force fields. Classic also has the potential to scout, and we're gonna have a Templar Archive, so we're gonna go into Charge Archon Immortal. As Charge is also on the way. We have 2 Adepts packed into this Prism. Let's see the Blink. I think we're gonna see the Blink. I think we should see the Blink. Oh, okay, never mind. He's gonna snipe it. I was gonna say maybe 3 shots are required there. That was quite crazy, honestly, from Classic, to be honest. Okay, not that crazy, but at least a tad bit. Oh, this Phoenix is gonna get sniped as well. Now, the difference for these 2 players is going to be the upgrades. Obviously, Classic will have +1, and I think in Zealot versus Stalker, it's going to mean quite a lot. PartinG also has a couple of Immortals on the way. Well, he has the first Immortal on the way. And he has the Twilight Council on the way. Okay, a couple of zealots have been warped in. Oh, okay, beautifully sniping those adepts. And he has his third base saturated all the way. And he only has 3 gases, as expected in PvP. I also learned that quite late. I think Classic, since he went for more Immortals, he just had to go for it. And I wouldn't be surprised if PartinG would take the extra gases, because it's not going to be easy to sustain Archons otherwise. But I don't see any sign of PartinG taking extra gases, so... It's 2 pylons, I'm not sure what that is for. Now this is going to be scary for PartinG, because this is pure Stalker versus a bunch of Immortals, a bunch of Archons. It's going to be 4 Archons, a lot of charge lots actually. And PartinG is taking a ninja base. I kind of like that. I haven't seen a ninja base in Pro SC2 for... I'd say quite a long time. I think the last one I saw was maybe Berlingrad. It was Shutdown versus, I want to say, I can't recall who he played against, but I think it was maybe Clem. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, we see a proxy base once again, and that Archon literally just broke the force field instantly. If you didn't know it, Archons actually go through force fields, so it's actually quite a cool mechanic to rely on. Now PartinG is going to recall a couple of workers to this ninja base. If Classic comes in and sees that there's barely any workers over here, then he's going to be suspicious of this. It's going to be quite suspicious, as he's taking a 4th base, but his is not done yet. Okay. More zealots have been warped in. Classic with a little bit of army supply advantage, but obviously one bad fight and this could turn around. Oh, and speaking of bad fights, you don't want to lose that Immortal if you're PartinG. Okay, and now, oh, this is beautiful. Setting up between the natural and the 3rd base is gonna make it impossible. The charge lots will actually try to just go through this. Archons are doing really well against it. The Immortals have their shields popped. One Immortal will go down, the Archon will go down, and actually this fight is going much better than I expected for PartinG. PartinG loses 17 workers, though 18 workers, but this is, oh, never mind. Okay, I guess he believes that there is no more way back into this game. It was down 45 to 60 workers against Classic, but, well, it was his judgment call. Maybe he could have stayed in a bit with that extra base, but it is what it is. Classic takes this game, and we are going to game number 5. Alright, so I realized I said game number 5 at the end of that last game, but no, we're on game number 3. You played him 2 weeks ago in the ESL Open Cup. Nice. So yeah, the man, the myth, the legend, or the man, the meme, the legend, depends which builds do you prefer, the standard ones or the not so standard ones. PartinG in the top right side of Alcyone, going up against Twisted Minds, Classic. What can be found on Lively. Nice. Actually, you know what? Send it to me. Send it to me, because I really want to see that one. I actually want to see that. Just DM it on Discord. I want to see that. I really want to see that. Okay, once again, we're going to have the 2-gate opener on both sides. P1 versus PartinG. Not sure what that is about. But anyways, looks like we're going to have standard openers on both sides. I'm curious what the Classic is going to go for this game, because he went for Robo 2 times, and yeah, it was kind of interesting to see the, I don't want to say mass adept, but like quite the committed quite a committed adept pressure, losing like let's say a lot. I think it was like 12 to 14 adepts in total. Both players have their second pylons at home. I mean, I'm not gonna be a hater, but you know what? It's PartinG versus Classic, so I kind of want to see some shenanigans. It's PvP. Come on, just show something, right? I mean, we haven't seen a Stargate, by the way, and we're gonna see a Robo once again, and it's gonna be from home. Will we see a third gateway? That is the question. That's gonna be potentially from an observer. This is a wait a second. This is a extremely fast robo, right? And we're having a stalkers being produced. Oh, you are plat 1. Okay, that's what you meant. P1 versus PartinG. Okay. Sorry. It's been a long time since I actually used like the rank versus a player. I guess it's like any platinum player versus PartinG. any low GM versus PartinG. Imagine. I think I saw Heaven play ESL Open Cup one day, and I saw him play against I think it was Hero, if I'm not mistaken. And we have double stalker, double sentry coming up from PartinG. We have a couple of we have more stalkers on the way. It's gonna be stalker number 6. And we have only 2 gateways. I'm a bit afraid for PartinG, honestly, as this Phoenix is going to scout that there is no pace. Oh, but is this going to be in time though? Does he have a shield battery? He has a shield battery, but this is quite exposed next to that pylon. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so afraid for PartinG right now. Let's see if he can actually hold. He's going to warp in units. He's gonna keep warping in units. I think he might even need to cancel that blink, honestly. Okay, let's see the micro from Classic. It's going to be really, really important. Battery overcharge is not available. Okay, never mind, it's available from the main. But this is a lot of units on the side of Classic, and I think Classic has done it. Classic just eliminates PartinG. He goes up the ramp. There's no more chances for PartinG, and that is it. Classic with a blitz build literally demolishes PartinG in game number 3. Takes the series 2-1.
Pay for the crop. Pay for the crop.